Hey guys, I'm back and today I'm going to be doing something that's a little bit abnormal. I typically don't do hauls, but this year for the Black Friday, I had mostly ended up getting things for me. Usually I have my list and it's like all my Christmas presents. I'm just like boom, 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 done. And then by the time I'm done with all of that, I'm too tired to then shop for myself. This year, I made a long list of things that were for me. And it was less other people's Christmas gifts. So I did end up getting some things. So I thought I would share. And it's mostly skincare. And I thought it would be fun to just chat about different things because the theme of this is also going to be I moved halfway across the country from California to the Midwest. There is snow here. It is insane. So I was thinking about what things I might need for that transition and living in a place that has like true weather now. So first of all, I got shoes. This was recommended from my coworker who lives in the same state as I do, and he mentioned that Vans has like all weather or cold weather versions of their shoes that aren't just like that what you think of when you think of a van. So I got like two pairs. One is like a more sneaker, and then one is like a high top. They were both on sale. I also, for those of you who don't know, I am 6 feet tall and I have size 13 women's feet. So buying shoes that aren't like unisex is basically impossible. So these are the ones that I ended up going with. They're both pretty comfy. These have become my new work shoes, like going around the hospitals and stuff. So they're pretty nice for that. They do go through the snow pretty well. I have not biffed it on any icy patches yet, which is wild. So very glad to have these, especially because literally the day after they arrived, we got like 4 inches of snow and it was the first snow of the season. So yeah, that was nuts. And then the other footwear that I ordered was socks. Because when I moved, I threw away all the socks that had holes in them, and then I had no more socks. So I got these from Pact. I got a pair of pants from Pact last year around Black Friday, I believe, and I do like them. I ordered the men's socks because, again, gigantic man feet, but also they're cheaper. So if you have like larger feet, because these are size 9 to 13, so I'm an 11 in men's, so this is size 11 women's, to fit what a 15 would be, because it's usually like a size and a half, 2 sizes bigger is the conversion between men and women's. This is size 9 to 13, so if you have like slightly larger feet, or even if you're like a size 10 or something, the men's socks are cheaper. Why? They're bigger. That doesn't make any sense to me. But, yeah, so I ordered, each pack has 2 pairs, so I ordered 6 socks. So now I have a week's worth of socks again. And I would like to report back because I feel like my socks get holes in them really easily. I don't know if it's the way I walk or what, but hopefully these ones stand up to whatever witchcraft happens. Then, one of the fun orders, I did do an order from Youth to the People because I ran out of my holy grail, the love of my life, the Super Berry Hydrate and Glow Dream Mask. So if you've seen any of my empties videos, another one was just posted like a week or 2 ago, you'll know that, oh my goodness, I'm making a mess. That's okay. This room's a mess anyways. This has been in many empties. I have gone through probably like 5 of these. I buy them when they're on sale. I use them for a good like 3 to 5 months, depending on the time of year and how much of it I need. And my skin really likes it. I don't use a bunch of other serums and everything else. When I just have this, my skin is happy. And I was looking around their website and it was like 25% off was their deal. And I ultimately decided, because I wanted to try one of their other moisturizers. I got a set that had this cleanser, which is the green tea, kale green tea spinach vitamins superfood cleanser. Boy, they are going nutty with the names over there. This one I like. It is a nice cleanser. I just have a hard time buying expensive cleanser, like justifying that to myself. But I did get that. And then it also came with this Superfood Air Whip Moisture Cream. The set was like bundled at a savings. And then on top of that, it was like 25% off. So if I remember correctly, all in all, it was not much more expensive than if I just bought one of these full price. So that is what I ultimately decided to do. I really wish I could justify past Jasmine's actions better. I can't, but my old roommate really loved the Superfood Air Whip Moisture Cream, so I got that one too. So I thought, you know, I would try them. I would try this one and see how I feel, see if it is a different texture or something. I'm guessing it is, to the Superberry Hydrate and Glow Dream Mask, and then go from there, see if maybe I like one for one season more than the other. I don't want to open either of them because I don't want to expose them to air and my hands and any germs if I'm going to close them and not necessarily open them right away, because I am finishing a moisturizer that was gifted to me right now. So these will definitely be opened in the new year, and ideally these two will last me until I do this again next year for Black Friday. Ideally, we'll see. So that was my first skincare purchase. Notice the use of the word first. Then I wanted to stock up on my other holy grail from Good Molecules. And I got other stuff too. I think that was genuinely a free shipping thing, and also a wanting to try stuff thing. Good Molecules is a brand that, this is definitely the marketing. Like, I'm falling for their trap, but it's like everything individually is so inexpensive. Throwing in an extra thing doesn't seem that crazy. So I got the 3-pack of their Clarify and Cleanse Bar. I love this. I am almost out of the one I have on my sink right now. So this is my favorite bar. I also use it to wash my makeup brushes, wash my sponges. So, oh my goodness. So yeah, I go through these. They last me probably like 2 to 3 months, but they're $5. So cost per use on them is insane. I am definitely not upset about that. I also got this instant cleansing balm because I have one from the Inky list that I do like, but I do think I like one that's in like a container that you scoop out with your fingers or a little thing, a little spatula more. And I lost the spatula. Okay, that needs to be cleaned now. I did want to give it a try for makeup removing products and cleansing products. I definitely don't mind using something that's more on the inexpensive side because it sits on my face for all of like 2 minutes. If it works, it works. So I wanted to try this one because if I like it, and ordering from Good Molecules was easy. It came in a timely manner. Nothing crazy. I could definitely see myself bundling and like picking it up in the future with my favorite cleansing bar. Then the next two purchases were, I'm now living in a state that has weather purchases. And so I got this Good Molecules Ultra Hydrating Facial Oil. I have tried one of their oils before. I'm pretty sure it was this one. I would have to go through my empties videos to confirm. They're really tiny, but I like using something like this to go over moisturizer when I have done my skincare routine kind of earlier in the evening. So if I, go to work out, shower, and then put on moisturizer and everything, and I know I'm going to still eat dinner, watch TV, call a friend, whatever, then I like doing a little bit of this over it to really like sink everything in when I know my face isn't going to instantly be like smushed into a pillow. So I did get that, and then I wanted something that I could keep with my makeup so that in the morning I am encouraged to apply moisturizer because, again, it's we live in a cold state now, and I think my skin really needs it. So I got this lightweight daily moisturizer. This is meant for use in the morning, right before your SPF. Because I don't wear a lot of like serums or retinols or anything like that, I typically don't cleanse my skin in the morning. So I'm not at my skincare station. I tend to get up, brush hair, deodorant, brush teeth, come here, or well, I'll stop and make a pit stop for like coffee or breakfast and come here and like eat my breakfast, drink my coffee, and do my makeup all in this room. Especially when I'm waking up super early and I don't want to wake up my partner because I'm like going to see like a 7 a.m. case or something. Having stuff in here is really helpful. I have my own deodorant and hairbrush in here just in case I'm like really trying to be quiet. So I've found that that's just, it really speeds up my getting ready time in the morning. It makes me less stressed and frazzled in the morning because I'm not like, crap, where did I put that? So I grabbed it. It was like $8. What can I say? There was definitely, this is one of the later orders I made, and there was a point where I feel like I lost the plot a little bit. Shoes were first, then Youth to the People, and it just went downhill from there. I was going to make a purchase from Curlsmith, and I completely forgot. I really want to try their conditioners because I don't like a ton of fragrance in my products in general. You've probably heard me say this before, but they have a fragrance-free line, and my hair tends to like wavy hair products. So I thought that that would be a good addition. The last thing is, I really wanted to try the Good Molecules sunscreen, which is part of the reason why I was doing a specific Good Molecules purchase, and they were completely out of their sunscreen. So I made a purchase at Ulta. I was trying this time around to purchase directly from brands rather than purchasing from conglomerates that house brands. Like I was trying to avoid, generally speaking, Sephora and Ulta, but I did decide to make an Ulta purchase. These don't have their little plastic thingies in them. Okay, whatever. I stocked up on my favorite sunscreen because it was on sale, and usually I feel like they are better housed, and now they're just flying around willy-nilly. So I got 3 of the Cetaphil Sun 50 Sheer Minerals Face Liquid Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 50. This is my favorite one. It leaves a slight white cast, but I like the texture. My face doesn't get burnt. It's a goodie. It's a good one. I like it. And it doesn't break me out, which is the issue that I've had historically with sunscreens. I also am on my last mascara. Usually I have like a bunch of kind of random minis and stuff, and people will give me something, or I'll want to pick one up, or I'll get one in some sort of gift set, and I tend to kind of have a lot of mascaras floating around. But I realized that I'm on my last mascara, and it's starting to do that thing where it's hard to like actually get the mascara on the lashes. So I wanted to pick up one, and this was recommended in the like best products of, I think, 2024. Best drugstore products by Beautiful and Bothered. So that's Kevin and Johnny. They really liked this one. It's the L'Oreal Voluminous Panorama Mascara. So I thought I would give it a try, and I just got it in Blackest Black. And then I am still kind of on a search for a unscented, aluminum-free, baking soda-free deodorant. Ideally, it would be plastic-free too, but I tried Native, and I don't like that one anymore. I liked it for a long time, but then I realized it was staining all my shirts, and I don't know. I became disinfatuated with it. So I decided to try the Each and Everything Nothing On fragrance-free natural fragrance deodorant. So they have scents, but they don't have, this one is their unscented version. So yeah, it doesn't really smell like anything. Already it's not gritty like the way that some of the baking soda ones are. So I am curious to try this. I do have a couple just like regular deodorants floating around. I was tempted to try the Necessaire one, but it's hard. They have a fragrance-free version, but it's not always available. Like their eucalyptus and like santal or whatever scents are much more popular, so those are restocked quicker. And I had already decided to do the order from Ulta to get the sunscreen and the mascara. So this is one that they have at Ulta. So I decided to go with this. If I don't love this, then I will probably try the Necessaire one next. If my deodorant costs like $30 and my moisturizer costs like $50, I'm gonna need to marry rich. I don't know what to tell y'all. No. But yeah, so that was the last things that I ordered. I try to stock up on certain things so that I don't get tempted to pop into Ulta randomly to grab a sunscreen and then leave with 7 things. So I feel like this was a very successful trip. I will not need skincare for at least 6 months, probably more. And most of all, I hope you enjoyed today. I thought this would be fun, pretty quick and easy video, and most of all, I hope you're having an incredible, awesome day wherever you are, and that I get to see you in a future video. Thanks, guys.